We just passed 2.5 million PCR tests run over the previous 15 months. That's about 50, that's actually spot on 50 years worth of testing here for this laboratory. We're still doing 3,000 to 4,000 tests a day, which is, I mean, honestly, at this time, that's about 100 times the amount of respiratory virus PCRs we would typically do if you went back 2 years. The India variant, Delta variant, that basically first came here, in Northern California, same as actually as last January, Northern California and Western Washington. And so we were able to provide isolates to the CDC, we're able to provide isolates to other groups, and we're sort of, have some of the most number of the 617, the Delta variant, to sort of share with people, to study it and understand what's going on. Globally, there are really almost 2 million sequences now of this virus, and we have the capacity and the ability to sequence every single positive, to know every single time what it was that infected someone, and potentially to some degree where it came from. When we see new variants come out, even though we are vaccinating with sort of last year's virus, the response that it creates is so strong that it is able to handle and stop symptomatic disease, severe disease, transmission, any of these things. It's able to significantly slow and or stop these new variants. We do a lot of central testing and testing for the clinical trials. So for many of these vaccine trials that you read about in the paper, therapeutic trials, and those, we want to follow people for a very long time and see how, make sure everything's, working out well as it's worked out so far. And so those also have very long tails and just keep going. We do see the testing volumes come down, which is great. We start to see now the positivity rate come down, even on those low, sort of somewhat lower testing volumes, which is great. The most important thing is for you can do for yourself is to get vaccinated, all right? Because the vaccines we have are just the best we've ever had. I mean, these things are incredible. They induce a higher immune response than actually getting the virus, getting infected with the virus. There's not many vaccines you could say that about. This lab was the worldwide leading sequencer of human seasonal coronaviruses before the pandemic. We send data to the CDC, we send data to the state, we send isolates to different groups, we share the whole time. And it's been that way ever since the beginning of the pandemic, and even before that. We were doing this actually before the pandemic started for other viruses. That training allowed us to ramp up. It allowed us to have the in-house experience doing this. And we were really good at sharing the data as well. We built pipelines to do all that. And so we really are doing very similar things to what we've done before, just at a much higher scale.